Welcome to Rob's Happy Hour. So today we're going to be making a batched skinny margarita. We're hosting an event this evening with a lot of health conscious health coaches, and I wanted to make a batch cocktail that was low in sugar. And as I got to doing research on skinny margaritas, here's what I found. And I thought this was very interesting. So a skinny margarita is not necessarily equate to a low sugar margarita. A lot of times, margaritas in general will have an orange liqueur in them. And to be an orange liqueur, or to be any kind of liqueur, that basically equates to sugar. And so to offset that, what I've done is squeezed about 5 oranges in here to give us 3/4 of a cup of fresh orange juice. Now, yes, oranges have sugar in them, but it's natural sugar. That is way different and way better for you than processed type sugar. And also, squeeze your own citrus, and I'll show you why. So this I squeezed fresh. This came out of a jar or bottle, and I'm not sure how much you can see through the camera, but I can tell a big difference in not only the color, but the way that it smells. And it's just because it smells so much better and fresh, it's going to make that cocktail so much better. So squeeze your own citrus, folks. I talk about it all the time, but I can't stress that enough. Also have 2.5 cups of freshly squeezed lime juice. It's probably 30 limes that I squeezed into that. I didn't count, but we ended up with 2.5 cups. So now we're going to make an agave syrup to go in the cocktail to sweeten it. What I've got is some warm water, and we're going to do a 1-to-1 ratio of agave nectar and warm water. So I need 3/4 cups. There's a 1/4 cup. 2, 3. Now we're going to do the same thing with the agave. If you watch my channel, you know that I use agave a lot for my cocktails because I love the flavor. I love that it is lower in sugar content than simple syrups, because a lot of times with those, you really don't know what you're getting as far as the sugar content and the type of sugar that they use in them. And so by using agave nectar, and there's a lot of really good ones, but you get a low sugar content overall. Still gives plenty of sweetness, and it's just a lot more natural. So I'm not really trying to get air in it with the whisk. I'm just trying to incorporate it all. And usually I'll make big batches, like use a big bottle and just do a 1-to-1 with hot water and a whole bottle of agave, but I'm not doing that today. So I'm going to set that aside. Now we're going to start putting this thing together. So let me run down those ingredients one more time. We're going to use this 1.75 liter of a Reposado Tequila. I use Altos for batch cocktails. When I'm making tequila cocktails, it's inexpensive and it's really good. Really good as a mixing tequila. It's going to be a good party. Oh, I wish you could smell this at home. We need smell-o-vision, right? AI, you should work on that. Make some kind of smell-o-vision. How you doing? All right, so let's go ahead and add the lime juice. Oh yeah, acidity going in. We're going to add the orange juice to deliver some orange flavor. And we're going to add the agave for the sweetness. Another important step is to add cold water. Anytime you make a batch cocktail, you need to add some dilution to it, because we're not shaking this up. We need to add some water to it to help with that dilution so it's not as strong and punch you in the mouth. We're going to do 2 cups of cold water, and we're going to give it a good stir. So we love entertaining, love having folks over, and doing a cocktail like this is just a lot of fun because you're able to enjoy it with friends. So I'm just going to give this a taste to see where we are. It's good. Okay, we're going to refine this a little bit. Hey, we're not perfect here at Rob's Happy Hour. All right, we try stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work. So, and it's the real deal here. It needs a little more agave, and The agave may be the trick. I think that's what we need. So let's do another half cup of each. I don't know if you can see this behind the big picture here, but putting the agave in here. Still got some more of my warm water. If you're like me, you didn't realize that or maybe you did. I didn't realize that orange liqueurs like Grand Marnier, Cointreau, even this Grand Gala, which I've used recently, they add a wonderful flavor to margaritas, but they just add sugar. They just do. So I was offsetting that with the orange juice, but because it has the sugar in it, it also helps with the sweetness. So that's the reason I'm adding some more agave to it. I would rather have a little more agave than add any of the orange liqueur. Now let's stir it up a little more. I'm not going to let this go to waste, but also not going to drink it right now. You don't ever want to pregame too much before a party, right? That's a bad look. Don't do that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with pregaming. Just don't get wasted before your guests come over. Please don't. Oh, how you doing? There it is. All right, agave. When I post the recipe, I will make sure to have the right agave proportion, agave portion, whatever it is. I promise I've not had any more than this, okay? But looking forward to tonight. Got a lot more stuff to get ready to do, but I hope you guys have a great Christmas season. Love you all, and cheers.